We all know that ballet gets a bad rap. We all know that ballet is largely synonymous with rigidity and harshness. However, I am so over this new thought process. Maybe it isn't that new, but in abundance, I've seen it way too much lately. There will never be a time where lowering the standards of any art form will then somehow magically make the art more attractive, make it more accessible, make it more likable. However, when we are talking about dancers who want to become professional ballet dancers, who want to engage classical ballet as their profession of choice, I have such an issue with this messaging. Now, there are a few different directions I can go with this topic, and that's why I really wish I could just get all y'all on a Google Doc and we can all talk about it weekly. However, I will suffice it to say these things. Number one, just because ballet historically lets us know that there were varying body types, that does not mean that it went so far outside of being able to hold the aesthetic and also being able to produce what is needed for classical ballet. Number two, that also does not mean that we neglect our bodies and that the work should not show up on our bodies, because let's be honest, training in classical ballet will always be strenuous and it's going to be rigorous. And this is literally mostly just about 100% of the time. But to sit here and spread the messaging that somehow, people are not saying this verbatim, but in essence, it's what they're saying, that when we lessen the standards, that somehow ballet is going to be able to bloom and now it's not going to be like this elitist cultural thing, when actuality, that is just a bunch of malarkey. The art and the profession of ballet will continue to grow and continue to bloom and have a positive effect on specifically the United States of America, as she is no stranger to great, diligent, beautiful, soul-stirring ballet work in particular. It is going to soar by keeping the standards high. It is going to soar by challenging dancers, especially those who want to become professionals, to actually hit the mark, to go into the studio, to wrestle with it, to feel the burn, to feel like you are exhausted, to feel like, why do I even dance? This is how it progresses. Not by this simp social media, let everything become a movement, let's cry about everything phenomenon. This is not going to happen. Okay, so here it is. These days, dancers are whining and crying way too much. Please listen up, pre-professional, collegiate dancers, early career dancers. It is not and will never be advantageous for you to try and upend every single thing or every other thing that actually works when it comes to your dance training, you becoming better, and you blooming as a dance artist. It is also really important to note that social media by and large is pretty fake. So some of the things you see people rallying behind, people just kind of corralling around, those things will hold absolutely no weight when you get into the actual profession of dance, the actual real world dance industry. It's important that you know this. It's also really important that you make sure you're catching dance gems, make sure you are maximizing your dance training right now where you are, and that you are beginning to work on your professionalism as well as your maturity, because I'm telling you, you're going to need it. It may not make sense right now, but I'm telling you, if you grab these things, you implement them, they really do change you from the inside out, and it will always show.